hello to your friend across the ocean and waiting 3 weeks for a reply. Before 1858, the world was huge. Information traveled only as fast as a ship could sail. Wars continued after peace treaties were signed. Fortunes were lost because stock prices arrived too late. The Atlantic Ocean was a barrier of silence. But a group of dreamers had a crazy idea. What if we could lay a copper wire across the bottom of the ocean? 3,000 miles of darkness, pressure, and monsters. The engineering challenge was insane. The cable needed to be strong enough to hold its own weight, but flexible enough to be coiled on a ship. They used Gutta-Percha, a rubber-like tree sap from Malaysia, as insulation. It was the plastic of the 19th century. Without it, electricity would leak into the water instantly. Two massive warships, the Agamemnon and the Niagara, met in the middle of the ocean to splice the cable. It was like trying to thread a needle in a hurricane. It went wrong, again and again. The cable snapped. Storms nearly sank the ships. Millions of dollars were lost at sea. The public called it a hoax. When they finally connected it in 1858, Queen Victoria sent a message to President Buchanan. It took 17 hours to transmit, but the world celebrated until the cable died 3 weeks later. They had applied too much voltage. They fried the line. The project was abandoned. The silence returned. But they didn't give up. Years later, they returned with a better cable and a monster ship, the Great Eastern. It was the largest vessel ever built, the only one capable of carrying the entire load. In 1866, they succeeded. The connection was stable. A message that took weeks now took minutes. The modern global economy was born instantly. Today, 99% of international data still travels through cables under the sea, not satellites. That first copper wire is the great-grandfather of the fiber optics carrying this video to you. We shrank the world, but it started with a copper thread and a ship fighting the storm. This is Method and Myth. Thanks for watching.